Hello, this is Vivia Fowler, pastor of Epworth United Methodist Church of James Island, and this is Epworth Bible Moments. This isn't just a book, it's the Holy Bible, also known as Holy Scriptures. Christians call it holy because we believe that writers over the millennia were inspired by God to put their thoughts into words. Stories, prophecies, history, rules for living and for worshiping God, lessons for life, and most of all, words to help us understand the relationship between God and the people of God. This is a study Bible. It has commentary at the bottom of each page to help us understand the historical and theological context for each passage of Scripture. This Bible has three main parts: the Old Testament, the Apocrypha, and the New Testament. This Bible has only the 39 books of the Old Testament and 27 books of the New Testament. Altogether, 66 books of the Bible. We'll learn more about these later, one by one. The Old Testament begins with 5 books known as the Pentateuch, also known as the Law, also known as the Torah. The remainder of the Old Testament contains historical writings about the ancient Hebrews, wisdom literature such as Proverbs and Psalms, and many books of prophecy. The earliest written verses were likely hymns used in worship, such as the Song of Moses and Miriam in the book of Exodus, the Song of Deborah in the book of Judges. But the earliest stories were well known before humans even knew how to write them down. Stories of creation and the flood, similar to oral traditions of other religions and cultures all over the world. In fact, much of the Old Testament was only spoken for many years before it was written, with the earliest written stories recorded about 3,000 years ago, or 1,000 years before the Common Era. Think of this: the first stories were recorded about the time of King Solomon. That's after Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, and 1 Samuel. That's a lot of biblical history, and it all starts with "in the beginning." So your first assignment is to read Genesis chapter 1 through chapter 2, verse 4. You'll see it written as Genesis 1:1 through 2:4. Join us next time for Epworth Bible Moments.